and they just be like, they know how to do the
Yeah.
trends. But if you know how to survive without a trend, then you really know marketing for real. So, yeah, I'm excited, y'all. Runway, a $64 ebook.
Yeah. So it started at 32. I put it out for November. It started at 32, and then we just upped it up. I was kind of testing the market. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
Kind of
right, right,
testing,
right, right,
kind
right.
of testing the market, see what's going on. So we just we put the fuel on, put the gasoline on it, we burnt it down. That's all. But
Did 500K in 5 months. Yeah, I had to do my research. I
yeah,
had to see what it was
yeah,
looking like. I'm like, hold on, let me see. Let me go. Ebook is crazy. And I just see that as like us, like me, I'm a mom. So when it comes to like financial freedom and just having that time to spend time with your kids, your family,
yeah,
that's something that I live for. And I see that that's you too. Like you have your
for sure.
babies and you get that dedicated time and you like, yeah, I could do this because you built up that business and that passive income to be able to do that. And I think when it comes to like business and entrepreneurship, everybody automatically make everything
Oh
hard,
yeah,
like just difficult, just
yeah.
off rip.
No, I think no, you on it, and I wanna salute you for being one of the up and coming, people. I know how it is to be, the up and coming person, striving to, run your business, and then, have
Right,
somebody, that's a higher up or just at a different level than you that you like, hey, I want to reach that. I'm gonna reach that. You know what I mean? And I saw you put in a lot
right,
of work to get to where you are, and it feel like a lot of that get ignored. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get the recognition and all of that stuff that you deserve. But just shout out to you for keep going because there's a lot of moms out there who want to achieve the success, and you are the epitome of that. Like, yo, I'm a mom. I got stuff going on, so I just want to say shout out to you for just being that
thank
example.
you.
But most importantly, like just building up that passive income and really building that. It takes time and it takes dedication. I'm pretty sure, like, it's a lot of times that you want to go live and you want to pour into your audience, but you doing real life work in the back end, right? Like, and,
Right.
and I post on social media, when you post the reels and the content and all of that stuff, and they don't see the building off the landing pages, and that's where the real sauce is at. Like somebody will see $64 ebook, and then they'll also see, how much money I made, but they didn't see the funnel structure behind it. They didn't see,
Hello.
oh, I had upsells and downsells. Oh, I,
Let's
oh, I
talk
built
about
out a
it.
community. You get what I'm saying? I had other offers
Right.
on the back end. And I think for me, most importantly, that was super important for me because here's a gem that I want to give everybody. A lot of people, when you're a new coach, the first thing that you do is you look at Instagram and you look at what everybody else is doing. And you're
Right.
like, dang, they doing a mentorship and it lasts for 4 weeks. I want to do a mentorship that lasts for 4 weeks.
Right.
And it doesn't fit your life. It doesn't fit you as a coach. So for me,
Right.
when I came out, that free time for me was super important because I have so many kids. So me running my business model like somebody else, being a coach and being all of those, it's like, yo, that doesn't work for my life. And for a
Right.
long time, I had my life around the business. And I had to restructure that and put my business around my life, if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
And for me, that was me like, okay, cool. I don't want to be on Zooms all week. I want to make a product that's so good that it sells itself that even on the back end, people want to take other offers. And
Right.
for you to really get past it, I need y'all to understand y'all got to get active a little bit. Like we got to get activated, y'all. We
Exit.
got to make these key magnets. We got to make this content.
Right.
We got to make sure our back end right. We got to do these systems. We got to do these automations. And that sounds like a lot. But if you just start with one, just start with one funnel, one lead magnet, one
Right.
offer, right? One niche. Just start with one and just grow that. You can be super successful, and then you can start to, fizzle out and start to do other offers. But if you just focus just on
Exactly.
one, like I'm just gonna make this the best that I can make it, it's gonna grow like wildflowers because people are gonna say, "Yo, this is really good." I see a lot of people put out freebies, free offers. They trash because it's free. They don't want to put value in it. Then they turn around and they put out free content. But if you ain't put the work in the free content or the free lead magnet,
Hello.
then what the heck?
Come on
It's
now.
going to stay free. And me personally,
Exactly.
like I'm just at the point. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna flex. I'm at the point where I don't do free. I take the R out and I do fee because you gotta pay me. You might pay me a little, you might pay me a lot, but you gotta pay me.
Right.
You gotta pay.
Yeah, I feel it. I literally was just talking to my assistant. I'm like, look, I'm to the point where I feel like I earned my stripes, and I feel like I shouldn't be doing as much. Like, so I'm like, hey, I'm about to drop another load on you. We about to delegate some more because I can't do this. Like, I gotta get some leads to the back end. So I like that you said, you know, as far as setting up pretty much a cash machine. And what's crazy is I'm getting mine built right now.
Let's go.
My passive income funnel, meaning I won't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
And the highest offer, if everybody goes through that top offer after that training, they're gonna be walking away spending $397. That's a person. So if I go 10 people a day, we good, right? So and I don't gotta do nothing. I don't have to do nothing. So
$1 million.
Like, I like that.
And that's what people don't understand. Like you can make $1 million if you got the right funnel.
Yep. Definitely.
Like $500,000 in 5 months.
In 5 months.
Because my funnel was right. The offer was right. I cared not only about my offer, I cared about my marketing. I cared about the people I was serving. My content was valuable. Like, yo, I was the person I was going in. I'm like, yo, I just got this new Amex credit card. Let me show you how I got it. And guess what? I wasn't being a gatekeeper with the information. I was really, really giving out the gems and giving out the sauce. And when you give out the game like that, guess what? A lot of people will say, dang, yo, you really changed my life. Like, I got built the testimonial from free information that I gave out.
Yeah, it's about impact. I think people put income first, and it's like when you get the impact, that income is just gonna be a byproduct of you impacting. Like, and that's the part that I feel like people miss out on because, like human to human interaction for my business have grown my business faster than anything probably could have, because during the pandemic is when I started my coaching business. And I was on live every day. My baby, she had to be like, she was like 4 months, 4 or 5 months, I think. Either way, she was under 1. And I was on the live every day. I don't care if she in my hands or if she laying down in the room, but we on live and we dropping all of what I know. And I feel like when you are in a space of trying to either become a coach, because me, I was a beginner, but you wouldn't have been able to know I was a beginner because of my confidence level. I was like, this is what you got to do, and I'm going to tell y'all what I know and what I do. And get on here and try to teach somebody else play. I can't teach somebody else play. Teach what you master. And it's like if you dug deep within and brought out what your strengths was and like what you really could use to impact this world, it'll be a better place. And then that's your signature. Like, that's something that you've mastered. You are an expert in. You can continue to pour into and continue to like clean it up until you get it to that point where now, okay, cool. If I want to go high ticket, I could go high ticket. But it's like you spending all this time duplicating somebody else. You ain't going nowhere with that.
I tell people all the time, when they copy you, they gotta wait on you. So when you imitating somebody, you have to wait on them to do the new play or the next play. They just following in their shadow. You get what I'm saying? But I like it's so profound in what you're saying, because I teach something called the 11-11, and all it is, like, if y'all just focus, like, everybody here has knowledge that they can teach. Everybody here is qualified to be a coach, but in people's mind, they think that I have to be at a level 10 And I teach 11-11 structure where, the only thing you have to do is be one day ahead of somebody. If you one day ahead of somebody, you just coach the yesterday people. If you 1 week ahead of somebody, you just coach the last week people. If you 1 month ahead of somebody, you coach the last month people. And if you 1 year or plus, you coach the last year people. So all that means is that no matter where you are on your journey, whether you just a beginner and you're at a level 1, it's still somebody in the yesterday 0 who haven't even got started yet and would love to just get started.
Hello.
If you had week 1, it's still somebody in the last week that would just like to catch up and be where you currently are. If you 1 month ahead of somebody, then guess what? The last month people just want to come to where you are. And if you're a year, those year people like, I want to be in 2024 right now. So that's really all it's about. And when you apply that 11-11 strategy mindset to coaching or to creating a product, you now can go out to the marketplace and you don't have to have, I don't know what to do. You don't have to have, the whatever they call it, I can't even think about it right now. But you don't got to be confused and thinking somebody that you're not, or acting like somebody that you're not, or pretending somebody that you're not, because you can stand true in who you are, and you can speak directly to those people. Like, hey, this is where I'm at. The girl ain't at next week right now. I'm at day 1. You know what I'm saying? When I get to next week, I'll talk to y'all about next week. But that's where I'm at. Anybody want to tap in for the day? So yeah, imposter syndrome. That's what I was thinking about. So you don't have to worry about the imposter syndrome because you can speak directly where you currently are. And that's the best place that you can be at, because you can speak authentically. You don't have to worry about, no, that person acting like they something that they not. No, that person is talking in their true authentic self, and they're saying exactly what they are. So that's the 11-11 coaching model that I teach. But then we roll it into what I call the profit elevator, because once you start to get to the 1 month, the 1 year, the 6 months, and all of that, then guess what? You start to identify that, hey, I still can serve the people that's at 1 day. I still can serve the people that's at 1 month, even though I'm currently at 1 year. Where do everybody get on the elevator at? The first floor. So guess what? All your people come in at the first floor, but now they get to choose which floor they want to meet you at. They get to choose if they want to meet you at the first floor 1 day. They get to choose if they want to meet you at the second floor 1 week. They get to choose if they want to meet you at the third floor 1 month, or if they want to come to the penthouse in 1 year. So when you apply it, you understand that not only I can get some money right now, but I can get some money later too.
Hello.
When I'm getting some money later too, or money that was right now, you'll never gotta stop.
Right. No, for real. Dang, you just drop bars on all of us. I'm sitting here like, ooh, that's good. And they in the comments like, yeah, that's good. I definitely never even thought about it like that, but that makes a lot of sense. And I was watching one of your interviews like focusing on like a launch or offer at one at a time, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with that, because you made a good point. You said something like they get all like they get discouraged at like the performance of it, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to the next offer, but it's like repetition is what teaches somebody, okay, she might be a little credible. Like one day you was on live, I could have been at work, but then the next day you on live, boom, I'm at home. So it's like that repetition and that consistency. At that point, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm starting to like her. So now I'm getting into it, but you over here, 20 people on my live, but tomorrow somebody else like, oh, I gotta catch that live.
Yeah.
So I like that you said that you focus and you hone in on one thing at a time, and then you do your 15-day rule. Can you break that down for them? Because I studied.
Yeah. She said I did the homework.
I got to play.
So I like me, I know that people have a short attention span, right? But you also got to get up and you got to talk about your business every day, right? I tell people like social media is like your house and you got company coming over. What you do with company coming over? You clean up, So your Instagram and all that has to be clean. You gotta have fresh content. It always gotta be fresh. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I always look at my Instagram like a 24-hour Walmart. It always gotta be open. It always gotta be clean. It always gotta be adding value. So what I do is like, yo, you gonna see me whether it's late at night, you gonna see me whether it's early in the morning, but you gonna see me.
Right.
And you gonna hear me.
Hello.
And you gotta hear me consistently. I'll tell you the number one thing that kills people businesses. Like you mentioned this earlier when you said confidence. Like you couldn't tell if I was just popping out or I just started this business today because how confident I spoke about my business or what I was doing. A lot of people do not speak confident about their business. If you don't sound confident about your business and your ability to get the people results, how is they gonna feel confident about spending the money? So guess what? I'm on there and I'm confident every single day. Why? Because Target don't take a day off from promoting their business. YouTube don't take a day off from promoting their business. The only business that take a day off is Chick-fil-A. But guess what? Monday through Saturday, you can get your bottom dollar and they open. So I look at my strategy the same way. I want to build rapport with people for 45 days straight. Runway ain't doing nothing else. That's all he's doing. And you got time to tell your friends about it. Also, I didn't drop so much value content in that 45 days. Guess what? They sharing it out. They saving it for later. Those people who couldn't catch the live, they saved it, right? They shared it to somebody that they know they added value. So that 45 days, I created what you call value in the marketplace. I created something that say, yo, you know what? I'm here. This is the space that I'm in. This is what I do. Pull up on me. We outside. We open, right? And then I look at the success of that because there's not too many people that can do something for 45 days and do two things. One, you can't do something for 45 days and not be good at it. If your ass posts content for 45 days, oh yeah, your content is going to get better. So, okay? Two, you can't do something for 45 days and not see what working with it working 45 days. So I now have data to stand on. The number one thing I ask people is when they got offers, I say, yo, how long did you push the offer? I'll just push it for like 2 weeks. All right. How much time did you put into fixing what was wrong with the offer? They get quiet. You didn't put as much time into fixing your offer or figuring out what was wrong with your offer, so you don't even know if your offer wrong. You ain't spending enough time. You ain't nurturing. So when we get to 45 days, I can now decide whether I want to roll out a new offer. Because that offer is doing extremely good. I want to introduce a new offer that goes with that offer. So now I can increase my average order value, I can increase my average value, and I can make me some more money. Or I can say, let me see how people feel about this new offer that I'm rolling out. And guess who I'm rolling it out to? The people that was in the first 45 days. So I'm not rolling my new offer out to people who are not familiar with me. These people know me. They spent 45 days with me, online, with content, with emails, with text.
Is that why you do your community? Like the community for it? That's why you do the community, right?
Yeah. And then check this out. They probably talk to Runway more than they talk to their mom. That part. They probably spend more time consuming my content more than they consume Netflix. They probably spend more time consuming my YouTube, my emails, my text messages. I text them more than they mama. I email them more than they mama. So right now, they're like, yo, that's Cousin Runway. They feel like they're part of the family that I created. And that's what a lot of people don't take time to nurture. They just throw a product out and be like, nobody ain't buying my product. You ain't offer value. You ain't build community. You ain't stay consistent. You cannot post 1 time, 3 times a week and then be like, yo, I ain't nobody posting my stuff. You got people like the queen right here, he posted 3 times a day. Oh, you out of here.
Oh, yeah.
You're out of here.
I'm getting you right up out of here. But you know what? One thing that
you're out of here. We got creators, we got entrepreneurs, influencers, Runway. They go crazy. You're out of here.
One thing that I think you do well, and I feel like so when it comes to me, like I always try to be a thought leader, because a lot of people gonna tell you they like, okay, post educational content. I can educate you and Google can educate you. You see what I'm saying? But if now I'm posting like that thought leader content where it's like, yeah, this is really how I do it and it works, right? And this is how my clients do it and it works. Now you can't find that on Google. And I like that about your content, because when I go on your content, I'm like, damn, I didn't even know this about passive income. Like, and I do marketing. Like, it just be so much stuff. And not only do you post a lot of belief systems about passive income and digital products, because when I first got in this game, all I was doing was selling I think it was like $15 or $29 ebook. Didn't know nothing about funnels, OTOs, upsells, bump orders, and none of that. So I'm like, damn, I see a lot of people selling their books and they rich and millionaires and stuff. I was just trying to get on the way. But one thing I learned was that don't copy somebody else, because you don't even know y'all at the same level. So it's like all I did was pay for mentorship. And I'm like, hey, I know you know this person. How he do this million? And it's like, oh, he did this and this. You paying for mentorship. So I'm like, oh, okay. That's when I learned about ClickFunnels and I learned about all of that. So I like the fact that you are able to show up for your community, because I feel like a lot of people sleep on that, trying to service people on the back end, and they just gonna neglect the community until they done servicing. And now that's why that passive income is important, because you need to operate as a CEO. You got to be on the front end doing these classes, doing these lives, these webinars, all of these things that, like you said, you are now creating a relationship. People, they gonna tell everybody about you. They now you broke the ice of the trust barrier, because at the end of the day, a lot of people, when you spending money online, you looking at your car like, do I really need this? But now, if I know you and I feel like I know you, it ain't gonna be no thought about it. And then, just me being at that cart, I'm like, hell yeah, I know he gonna deliver, because when we on live for free, he delivers. Yeah. So everything he drop, I want
it. That's a big part when you said over deliver. Most people want to get on and want to get a bare minimum. How you expect somebody to trust you when you just knocking questions in the comments, don't want to answer you like, you get my product. Like, yo, you can give a little to get a lot. Like, you can give a little bit of game to get a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, like you said, you got to be on the front line. But you got to have systems. Like, yo, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, when I was thinking, like I'm going to be 100% with y'all. Six-figure chick, right?
That's my coach. Oh my God.
He was the one that was like, Runway, you need some digital products. You don't get no digital products with your friends. So I was like, dang, you know what? I do. Because I understand the back office. But I was seeing and meeting people, y'all. I was making $50,000, $60,000 a month. I had 4,000 followers, 7,000 followers. And I'm like, man, what the hell? I'm like, how is they doing this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how is they doing like
system?
How is they doing this? And guess what? I started to learn. So guess what? I said, yo, you know what? It's the funnels. It's the automation.
Yes.
It's the back end. The money is made on the back end, y'all. Like, and guess what?
Hello.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, every time that y'all book an airline ticket, that's a funnel. Let me explain to y'all. Every time y'all go to Target, Walmart, y'all go to the market, that's a funnel. It's just that y'all in real life funnels and we don't understand it. So y'all opt in to funnels all the time. And when I teach my students, I'm like, who ever been to Walmart? They're like me. Who ever caught a plane? They're like me. I'm like, yo, that's a funnel. Why? Because you went and bought the airline ticket. After you bought the airline ticket, what they ask you? Want to check a bag? Want to upgrade your seat? Right? You want trip insurance? And then at the end of it all, they ask you, do you want a hotel and a rental car? So right there, like, you look at it, like, yo, every airline.
Yep.
Why? Because they make millions and millions and millions of dollars from that strategy.
Exactly. And then it's like with the funnel, everything is related. So they like, yeah, I know you're gonna want a better seat. I know you're gonna want to add some Wi-Fi. It ain't like crazy stuff that don't relate. It's more so like, let me make this more convenient. Like every time it's gonna get more
convenient. We start talking about the stuff that when they get on the plane. Oh, you want alcohol? Oh, you want Wi-Fi? You get what I'm saying? Like we ain't even talking. Oh, you want to buy a movie? Like we ain't even start talking about the upsells when you get on the plane.
Hello.
You feel what I'm saying? Everything is when you go to Walmart and when you go to Walmart and you get to the checkout. First of all, you go to Walmart for one thing. Ain't nobody ever walk out Walmart without one thing. You always grab more than one thing. You go in there and spend $30, come out spend $128.
Hello.
Then you get to the checkout and they got the little candies, the sodas, the as seen on TV. They got all the stuff to attract you and do not let you have them kids with you. Because goddamn it, they gonna get you for at least about $5 to $10 just in that section. So it's like, yo, they make millions of dollars off of those aisles. So I need y'all to understand that we participate in funnels every single day of our lives.
Why not implement it?
Why not? Instagram is nothing but a funnel.
Exactly.
The only thing is they are a thief of your time. When you get on Instagram, they're showing you the content that you want to see. They push you to go to see. They're doing all of the things on the platform because that's how they make money. It's all of it. Your job is the goddamn funnel. You go to work, they got you working for a certain amount of time. You come home, you only got a certain amount of time. They pay you enough just to come back so they can be a thief of your time. That's all that is.
No, for real. That's real. And I like that you even pointed that out because I went to the mall. They like sample. I'm like, I want no sample because then I'm about a whole tray. Like I'm greedy, so don't give me no sample.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then you pointed out the fact that people make these lead magnets, and you could tell why they free. Like I knew why this was free. No, it needs to be like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
She giving all the game. So, and that's one thing when I'm coaching. Like I tell people sleep on lead magnets. I'm gonna be real. They like books. I'm like, nah, it's just strategy. You gotta put the strategy to it. So definitely with lead magnets, y'all, if y'all on here and you are trying to figure out how to get those leads to your email list, and you're just trying to think of a way to, because you got lead generation, then you got lead magnet. So however you generate your leads, if that's through a Facebook ad, if that's organically getting on Instagram every day and having a live strategy, a real strategy, or whatever, you need a traffic source. And that's one thing that I want you to do. You need a good traffic source. And when you get that traffic source, now it's like, okay, now I need a good lead magnet because I got the people, but where they going? So now we get them in the lead magnet, and now they building trust. They like, oh, my girl knows what she's talking about. And you gave a little about me. And at the end of your book, you gave some links that said, hey, come here next. So like you're really intentional about it. And it's like you could do sales funnel, or you could just follow the journey of your customer on the back end of your lead magnet. All my offers, if you are done doing a one-on-one call with me, you're going to get some emails about the next step that you're qualified for, that we can continue to build. So I think a lot of people sleep on one acquisition, getting the clients and the customers to them, and then it's like they sleep on increasing the client lifetime value. Yeah. I used to sleep on lifetime value until I realized them first-time customers, they don't do nothing. They just give you that money one day. But now if I could keep you coming back,
so that's one thing. Like I really wanted to just get across to them because I'm like,
I used to be y'all. Like some of y'all who in here that's like, oh, I just want to launch a $68 ebook. Like I don't want to do too much. No, you got to do too much. You got to get out here and you have to like anchor your difference. Meaning make people say, I want to rock with her. I want to rock with him. Like I love what he stands for. I love what she stands for. I love her belief system. I love her life. Like just she's always transparent and she's adding value and just things like that. Y'all, Instagram, it ain't going nowhere. And Facebook, wherever you're going to market, give y'all off.
Like I just want to stay checking trend. I'll get on here.
And educate us. What about business credit?
And I think, to be honest with you, like you said, like, yo, get a traffic source. Like, get traffic sources. Like if it was one thing that I could have did different in my business, I would have got traffic sources. Like I would have put time into building up the other traffic sources at the same time. YouTube, my Instagram. I would have just buckled
Yes.
down and just did all of it at one time. Because here's the thing. These platforms are rented. We do not own them,
Yes.
right? So it's our job to get the data, right? So if we can get the data from as many
Yeah, a little
sources as we
bit.
possibly can, we can keep the monies.
Right.
Like, yo, this is my fifth Instagram, right? Like, yo, I was at 275,000, but they deleted your book.
Heavy.
And that's what saved me. Like, that's what kept me in the game. I had a
Your
list
data.
of people that, that came through that I collected. And I said, yo, look at my new address. Look at my new offer. This is what I'm popping back outside. No, they can't stop. You know what I'm saying? And the people rallied up that messed with me. And they came back. And they said, okay, cool. We're going to follow you here. We're going to do this. Also, I'm good at building my platform back. Like, only had this page for like a couple months and we had 50,000 followers. Why? Because I know what content is. So guess what? This year it's gonna be less plus. You gotta teach people. Like you gotta all of that.
That's what I'm saying.
People attention span is getting this short, right? Like they letting people monetize. Like how y'all can put badges right now on YouTube if you're monetizing, right? So you gotta understand that even the long form YouTube content when you go watch, you go binge watch. They say, yo, we understand that people attention span is getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yes.
When we see traffic sources and we say anchoring your difference, you gotta put that thing across all the platforms
everywhere.
And really your mark. But guess what? The best thing that you can do is you gotta teach. You gotta out teach everybody. It's not gonna be who got the best lifestyle marketing. That's still gonna work, but it's gonna be about who got the best results. Who could deliver the best information? Who got the most game? Who's giving out the most? That's like, oh no, like your free content gotta be damn near like better than people pay content. Like y'all pay $20,000 for somebody else stuff. I went to her YouTube, and no, like she's giving out stuff. So I'm telling y'all gotta provide value. Stop being scared to provide value. I give y'all a hand. I can go, I can put my whole entire Diamond Master that I teach us 1 year. I could put it all on Instagram. Guess what? People will find value on all of that shit. Guess what? All of those calls are at least 3 hours minimum per call. We talking about 52 calls, 3 hours. We talking about over 100 hours runway training. Like you don't make no money from that. I don't know what to tell you. But what I'm telling you is this. I can go distribute all of that content on all the social media, and guess what?
Omnipresent.
Kim will only come watch what she need help with. Success with Sandy will only come watch what she need help with. It'll be impossible to watch all that content. Another thing, guess what? Nobody is going to be you overnight.
Hello.
Nobody not gonna be runway overnight. Like, yeah, I can do a play right now and go make you 5,000-10,000. But nobody is not just people gotta watch it over sometimes. People dissect content different. So you thinking like, oh, if I put my content out, shoot, if a person's still 3 hours, they got a lot of time on their head.
Yeah, and they 3 hours behind.
You go still 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? So, so many people worry about getting copied that it stops them from putting out the content, man. And it's just like,
I hear that all the time. People tell me, like, especially like the beauty industry people, they like, I don't want to do this because of this, because of that. I'm like, girl, you better put it out. But most importantly, I like what you said about the long form content because I'm recording my first YouTube video podcast. It ain't my podcast. I'm on somebody else's podcast.
Let's go.
But I'm really utilizing that long form, and I want to chop it up. So if y'all don't leave here today with anything else from me, what I want y'all to leave with is a way to make content easier. Now, right now, I have it all mapped out that I am getting on the long form content wave, and I'm chopping my stuff. So even like my lives, I see. I know I can't see where people watch stuff and like where they stop, but I could see the like collecting the data and listening to
in your live, let's just say,
the live to your page. And they're like, oh, I love how you said this. Somebody else like, oh yeah, I love that too. I know which areas that they like hearing. So now when I do another live, boom, I'm gonna just say the live to my phone, cut out the amount of time for a reel, put it as a reel, and now put a viral song to it. So it's like, if I do a lot of long form, I will be able to create short form without me having to sit here and do it. And it would not only, it would be like my thoughts, like me and what I've mastered. It won't be the trendy dancing pointing. We all love to do those because they do get you some circulation. You can save way more time if you get into long form and cut that thing on up and put it in other places. And even if like you doing infographics and flyers and stuff, put that on Pinterest. Like look for other places to spread out this content, because at the end of the day, an omnipresent brand is way better than a brand that I can only find on Instagram. Like, and I'm learning that. People be thinking I'm on YouTube because of the way I talk. I'm like, no, I ain't on YouTube. And they like, yeah, you tripping. You need to get on YouTube and you need to get on LinkedIn. And I'm like, you could go live on LinkedIn? Oh, yeah, for sure. Y'all know I'm all over that. So definitely, if you don't leave with nothing else.
That's what I got. I'll say this, and if you want to, we can do some Q&A if you want to. So,
okay, yeah, let's open it up.
Y'all have, right? Like we got the podcast. Let me see if I can show y'all. We got the podcast set up over there, right?
Okay.
Like we got the podcast set up. Let me tell y'all something, right? I'm not even starting the podcast. Check this out. I'm gonna give y'all some game. This some game everybody can use. Everybody can use. Why did I set up a podcast? Right? For one, I set up a podcast because I get the tax write-off for the business home office. That's for one, right? Another reason why I set up a podcast setup is because guess what? When the microphone is in front of my face,
yes,
and
the
audio sound good, and I got headphones on, it literally makes you an instant authority. So now people are saying, hey, where can I go see that clip from? They're not going to say it to you, but they're going to go search it if the clip hits. So now I'm using authority marketing, making myself an authority. I'm already authority. I already got a good voice. People already respect me. I already got crazy results. But if you want to get mass authority, why? Because everybody wants to be on the podcast. Everybody wants to be in front of that mic. Everybody wants the spotlight. So when they watching content from you that look good, that sound good, and you recording those episodes, you now can repurpose those episodes in multiple places. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. You can go long form. It could be a 5-minute piece of content, and you can go chop it down to take the best 30 seconds, 15 seconds out of the content. And guess what? You could demolish, because guess what? Nobody could put out more content than you. So now you got two ways that you do content. You got the batch in your content. That's when you shoot a whole lot of content at one time, which I like to do. Or you got the bake the content, which we talk about the bake. That's when we're doing like 2-3 pieces of content a day. We just baking our content. We might have a bake coming up. So now you get to batch and bake your content at the same time. Because why? I went and I baked some content with a long form, and then I batch it out with little pieces of content. So I'm telling y'all, this is going to be a game changer. It's an authority, right? You look like the podcast owner, right? Like you look like the authority, sound like the authority, and naturally when people hear the content, they're going to share it more. And they're like, yo, this is a podcast. This is verified. Like, this is verified information. It's almost like they're looking at it like they're looking at the news, right? So I just want to give y'all that game. Like, yo, I'm telling you.
I'm happy I'm up on game, because I bought this podcast thing. I didn't know what I was doing with it, but it made me look. I see this mic. Y'all gonna listen. So I done learned how to set it all up, get the sound. I'm like, one thing about me, I'm going to try my best to learn something that I feel like gonna help. So that's confirmation. I got my microphone. I got what brand you have? I think I have, what is it called? I got the Scarlett something. Scarlett.
I got the whole setup. I got the Shure microphone. I got the whole setup. I want big dog. I want it to look. Oh, I got the big microphone, all that. Man,
I think you need to start the podcast. And
I got the stand. I got the stand, all that. Like it's all. I
I
got the
think you need
lights,
to
all
start
that.
the
I ain't
podcast.
playing.
Start the podcast, because most of my family in Jersey. If I need to come to Philly and give me a little episode, give me a little something,
But check this out though.
yeah.
Here goes another strategy, and I don't mind giving this because there's not a lot of people here, and most people not going to do it, right? So check this out. We can do the podcast virtually, like how we doing it right now on the YouTube stream,
Okay.
right? So guess what? You got quality camera, microphone. I got quality camera, microphone. It'll look like we on the same goddamn podcast. And neither one of us even move.
Mhm.
We ain't even going to check this
Right.
out. I don't know if I should do this.
Give it, because it's Thursday.
I don't know if I should do this. All right. Well, look, they got sites that you could go on that you could request to be a guest on somebody else's podcast.
Oh, I don't know if you should have gave that either.
Right? What you say?
I said, I don't know if you should have gave that either. But one thing you not is
No, I ain't no gatekeeper.
so let's
They got
right.
sites that you can go on that you can request to be on somebody else. You can request to be on somebody else's podcast, right? Guess what? I can fill out. I want to be on a business podcast. If I want to be on a business podcast, marketing podcast, all of that shit. And guess what? I can record my podcast, right? I can record my podcast, right? While I'm right here, because they actually, you got professional audio equipment. Do I want to do it live in person, or do I want to do it at my studio? I can go on a goddamn podcast tour and not even goddamn. So I'm gonna give y'all a site because I ain't no gatekeeper. I ain't no gatekeeper. I'm gonna give y'all a site because y'all gonna see Runway on all these podcasts. You're gonna be like, who the fuck is that? That's
I'm
right.
running that play right with you. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
So y'all could go. So look, check this out. Y'all can go to matchmaker.fm. Matchmaker.fm. So guess what? You go to matchmaker.fm, and guess what? You sign up, you make the account, and it'll literally have a bunch of people that got podcasts. You go create your profile. You put your social media in there. They come, person gonna look at your social media. That's why you gotta have your stuff together now. You gotta look like you're somebody that wants to be on somebody's podcast.
She
So
said, put it in the comments. We ain't spoon feeding. Y'all
I suggest that you have you a little setup. Have you a little setup, or look like you doing certain stuff. So guess what? When they request you, now you could go do their podcast. You never gotta leave your home. You're a guest. You can do a whole podcast tour right from your living room, right from your office, right from this, that, and third. Game time, y'all.
My bad, y'all. Y'all lost.
No, you good. You good. Look, she executed right now, y'all. She said, "They gotta tell me twice." They gotta tell me twice.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm running that play. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because this year was that year to leverage other people's audience. Y'all be talking about that OPM with that business credit. I'm with that too, but I'm with OPA too. I need to. Because it's not just all about, it's like if you get these genuine connections from being, who you are and giving good value to the space, at that point, it's like, I deserve to sit, here and do this. So why not reach out and try? Some people gonna say no. Some people gonna leave you on red. Some people gonna leave you on scene. But I'm like, we gonna leverage some connections. And that's why it's good to network out here, because y'all, networking is something that I hated doing, but when I met my friend in 2021, she was like, girl, like, I hate going outside. She like, girl, what? You got to come out. And she invited me to Chicago, and ever since then, I've seen the power of networking. I'm like, wow, like, just from a conversation, somebody like, hey, you want to speak at my event? I'm like, do I want to do what? Like, I don't know about all that, but it's like, you get them opportunities. But I'm definitely running that play, because I want to be on some podcasts.
Like you said, like I just believe in some things. One thing I believe in, other people's assets. Other people's assets.
Yeah.
Right. somebody else podcast. That's an asset. Let me use other people asset. Other people's opportunities. That's somebody else's opportunity to advantage of. Other people's platforms. That's somebody else's platform that I can. You get what I'm saying? You gonna get in front of.
Right.
It's like yo, when y'all want to grow and want to go to the next level, you got to network. That's why they say network is your network. You got to do the work. It's called net. It's called net. You got to put the work in to get the net. So many people want the net, they don't want to put the work in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
So yeah, I don't know who's gonna run that play. I know it ain't a lot of people in there, so I figure I give it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good play. I'm running it right with you. I'm right behind you. Y'all drop questions in the chat. And we gonna give y'all 10 more minutes. We already know y'all can catch. If you're not following me or Runway, if you came from my page, follow Runway. If you came from his page, give me a follow. And also, you guys, maybe I should put it in the chat and pin it, but I have an opportunity for you guys to do a free live one-on-one, not one-on-one, group Q&A on Zoom. I'm going to ask Runway if he want to get on there with me another day. But all I know is I could do it, and I want to invite y'all to just a Q&A, just something where we could do in order to get access to that, y'all have to text a number. So I'm going to put it in the chat. I ain't going to forget. But I definitely want to extend that, welcome y'all into my community. If you have never heard of me, I am Monet Business Co. on Instagram. And I'm looking to just continue to grow the community. And I heavily believe in putting in the work and getting the results. Like when it comes to me, I'm not spoon feeding. We not doing all that believing in you more than you believe in yourself. I did it a lot. It drained me. And it's like, yeah, if you're ready to work, I'm ready to help you get those results. And one thing I know is if you have something that you are skilled in and you can start the confidence process, I can help you. I speak life into my clients all the time. We start off with prayer. We do all of these things. But the one thing I can't do is do the work for you. So I heavily believe in putting in the work and getting the results. And it's a process. You got to trust the process. And I just want to get my beliefs and my
authentic coach. I've never read an ad. Everything's
organic. And I'm just out here and I'm living in my purpose. And I feel like because I'm being obedient, I'm getting the fruits of my labor. Like some days is longer than others. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you have to stay consistent. You got to be obedient. You got to stay on that path that God called you to be on. And it's like a lot of people get sidetracked from that path. And it's like, why? When that's your path, but you looking at somebody else's path, they prayed for that. But what did you pray for? So me personally, I focus on me and what I am here to do and the purpose and the people that I am here to serve. And that is why I just want to build my community up of other people that can feel this energy, because there's not a lot of coaches out here like me and Runway. I'm gonna just be 100. One day we was on the live and the dude was like, I ain't get my book. He was like, oh, I'm about to add you to the live right now. Come on, what's your email? I'm about to send your book right now. Like, what you want? I'll give you more than the book. So yeah, like at the end of the day, you gotta bump into people like us, and you really, that's where you hurt. But it ain't I ain't about to convince you not to be coach her, but I will tell you I get results. That's one thing.
I tell people all the time, I say, information on me, execution on you.
Hello?
That's what it is. Information on me. I got you with all the info. I'm going to give you the information. I'm going to give you the play. The execution on you, though. I can't go execute for your family. I can't go execute for your legacy. I can give you the play, though. But the execution is on you. I'm telling you. I done see a lot of people with a lot of business. Like you said something that was so powerful. You said, we ain't doing that. I'm believing in you more than you.
We ain't doing it. It's so draining.
We ain't doing that. So if you show up and you ain't ready to believe in yourself, don't come this way.
Don't, please.
If you want to make some money, I do know how to do that.
Yeah. If all you need is the play.
I'm gonna tell you what my superpower is right now. My superpower is making things better. I know how to make things better. I know how to take somebody's business who already got a little momentum, and I know how to
turn it up.
Yeah,
that's a marketer, y'all. Oh, we had a question. Yeah. How can I How can I start to get the beauty industry to understand the power of networking and back end structure in their business? So I'm gonna let you speak on networking, and I'll speak a
Say,
little bit
say,
on that
say,
back
say that
end.
one more time. And
And
then,
she
hold
said,
on real quick.
I'm about
If
to
y'all,
pin
if
it.
y'all got any questions, we doing Q&A right now. So y'all can go ahead and ask your question. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, I can
So
see it.
how can I start to get the beauty industry to understand the power of networking and back end structure in their business?
Okay, so the first thing I would say is, when we was kids in the first grade, we had something that was called show and tell. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people show and they don't tell. Okay, so you have to show and you have to tell these people this is how you doing it, and you create a blueprint, right? And you invite people to share your blueprint with them, to let them experience what you have created. So you can do it virtually, you can do it in person, right? But you have to start showcasing what you're implementing in your business and how it is helping you. So a lot of people say, "Oh, but I ain't really helped nobody yet." You helped you. You are your own testimonial, and you are your best testimonial. So
Yes.
you have to show people how you are implementing those things inside of your business, right?
Yes.
How is it benefiting you on a day-to-day basis? Because you are in the industry that they are in. And if they can clearly see how it is benefiting you from doing things in less time, benefiting you from being able to make more money without doing more service, benefiting you from, being able to travel or whatever it is. How is it benefiting you? Because that is, that's the link to let them see, like, okay, I'm interested in that. And I feel like once we start to show, it's hard to be like, oh no, that don't work. That's cat. Like, no. If I was to pull up my screen, pull up my pipeline, and I was to show y'all that we got $13 million in the pipeline, and I was to show y'all where the money came from, and I was to show y'all what event I did that was most profitable, and I could show y'all how a CRM in my business, right, has helped me in my business. I can show y'all how, you know what, for the next 3 months, y'all ain't gonna see me on Instagram because we gonna focus on the people that we got in the pipeline. We got 13 million. We got some work to do. But if I just tell you
Hello.
that, oh yeah, our business got 13 million in the pipeline, right? Right now, it's like, okay, cool, that's good for you. But how is it benefiting you and how is it benefiting the person as a network? So that's what I say.
Yes. So you know what? Okay. So that I like that, and I feel like where the struggle comes in at with people showing and not telling, or yeah, you said they show and they don't tell. I think if people focus on mastering their craft and getting their framework and getting their process, you can actually have that to show. And I think some people look at like screenshots and they look at all of these, 1 million in a day, 1,000 in a day, and that's the only thing that they feel like is a valid success story or a valid behind the scenes. No, just show me how you got there. Like, you didn't get there from $1 million every day, because if you did, you probably wouldn't need me. But at the end of the day, it's like, show me your steps. Don't think about, oh, do my steps look like his? It ain't, because it's your steps. So I think so that makes a lot of sense. I took away from that. But as far as the back end structure, it's my mom comment, by the way. She in the beauty industry. She's been there for 26 years.
We love you, Mom. We love you. Let's go.
And as far as back ends, I would say the same thing. Like, you have to show the life that you are living because of the structuredness in your back end. So going in and you setting up your emails, you need to show like, dang, look at this email in Klaviyo. I done made 50,000 from this one flow. So it's like, now they gonna look like, oh, you say you did what? You got my attention now. You talk that language and you talk to the pain, not the problem, because the problem, sometimes people don't identify the problem yet.
Yep.
But now that pain that they experiencing is firsthand. They feel it. So if you talking to the fact that, oh, I know you tired of coming home and doing corresponding.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's funnel this thing all the way to a sale, and now you got their eyes open because they tired of coming home and having to do more on top of what they were doing. So you spoke to the pain and not that problem, because they don't know that that's a problem. They just know they're going to work, getting the money, and tomorrow I'm gonna do the same thing.
No,
so
I want to add something to what you said. So we talking about talking to people, and I feel like that's the thing that people have a hard time identifying, because like I can have a beauty product. In the same way that I would talk to my grandma about this beauty product, would not be the same way that I talk to my mom. It wouldn't be the same way that I talk to my wife. It wouldn't be the same way that I talk to my daughter. So when you are creating these things, you have to know your person, your avatar, your client. You got to know them, because there's certain ways that we talk to them that will trigger them in the right way, and they will respond to it in the right way. We can talk to their pain to in the right way, because they are all women. My grandmother, my mother, my wife, my daughter, they all women, but I talk to them and I respond to them all differently, right? Like my wife might say, yes, babe, right? Oh, yeah, babe, my mom, hey, mom, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? My grandma was like, oh, no problem. I'm a little softer. Give me a more sit. Like, I talk to them. When my daughter's, oh, baby, come here. You know what I'm saying? I talk to them all different type of ways. So when we identify how to talk to these people, that helps with our process as well as showing them the behind the scenes in the process. A lot of people just like to show the finished product.
Yeah.
How did you get there? Show them the process. So
that's how you sell them. We gonna take this. I like this one, and this we gonna close it out with this one because this is a good one.
Yeah.
She said, "Tell us the good, the bad, and the ugly." I'm gonna just start by saying the ugly is when you thought you could wear all the hats. That's the ugly. You thought you could sit there and do every single thing and enjoy your business without no systems, no delegation, no processes, no nothing, and high ticket service. So I have like VIP day. I have to have a vetting process to get in my people. Another ugly part of this thing is accepting everybody and saying yes to everybody when you do a service. Now, if you passive income, that's cool. They're going to come buy it or they not. But when you're doing a service and you have a framework that you have, like I get a lot of my frameworks come from a successful client. So it's like if I got a client to 50K, I'm about to write down how did I do that. And now
with somebody else. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna run that formula
with somebody else. So if that formula was only tailored to a certain person situation, the messaging is now talking to attract that person again in another person. So I just say that to say staying strict on your boundaries and what you know you need to make something work and make somebody or make sure somebody gets the results. So in bending your rules in a business, that's the ugly for me.
Yeah. So the good is the good I would say is for me is like the good is like actually getting the people results that you actually saw. Like I see some students and I'm like, dang man, I know they're gonna crush it, and they crush it.
Yes.
Like that's the good. The good is of course the money that you receive from that. You know what I mean? You get paid good. You doing a good job. That's what's supposed to happen. The man who does a good job gets paid well for it, right? The good is having good team culture. Having a reliable team to continue as your business starts to develop and grow. The bad is the ebbs and flows. The bad is you staying in one mindset, you're not staying in a growth mindset, and you waiting too long to put systems and structures and boundaries like she was talking about in place, and you can't get past 5 figures a month. You can't really scale up. The bad is, being so stubborn and saying, man, I can't afford to hire this person. No, you can't afford not to. The bad is, I'm not investing time in training the systems and all of that. And then you're not getting the results, but you're looking around and you see everybody profiting. The bad is not working on your own framework, your own method, and then you copying somebody else. So now your results like less. The bad is, you get to a point where you made a whole lot of money, and then, you don't got no peace of mind, right? Or you overworking yourself and wearing all the hats of the business, like you were saying, and you like, dang, I hit my 6-figure goal, but I feel like this is the worst month of my life. right? And all of that
Yes.
stuff is a process that people not going to tell you about because all they show on Instagram is this is how much money I made. Yeah, they show you the net, but what that gross looking like, right? They show you the net, but they not showing you damn like payroll was 12,000 of that. You know what I'm saying? 100,000, 30,000 of it was ad, right? You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
Another 25,000 was overhead. So it really was looking like a $40,000 month. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you live to do it all over again. That's the process. So to give y'all some advice on how y'all can do it, like yo, it's okay for y'all to want $100,000 a month. That's it's doable, it's practical, and you can really do it. But yo, if you haven't hit 10, master hitting 10.
Please.
Right? Like master hitting
Yes.
10. And if you hit 10 and you got a consistent 10, okay, cool. Let's do 2025. And when you get to 25, I'm not gonna lie, when you get to 10, you're gonna need a system.
You need
But
a
when you get
mentor.
to 25, the business is gonna require a lot more. And for your business to go past 25K a month, you're gonna need stuff. You're gonna need some systems. You're gonna need some motivation. Your back end is gonna have to be tight. Your offers are gonna be tight. You're gonna have to break fast. You're gonna have to break on. You're going
You
to
can't
have
be
to put
stingy.
in work. You're going to have
You
to
definitely do.
reinvest. And the thing that I want y'all to understand, you can't build a business bigger than you build yourself. So a lot of that money
Hello, personal
that you're
development.
making, you would be a fool to not invest in yourself because there's no I in team, but it's an I in idiot. And you will be an idiot if you do not invest that money into yourself so you can grow yourself past a $25,000 a month person. And if I could give any
Yes.
advice to anybody is I spent too long being that person that was at $100,000 a month when mentally, right, talented, I had the potential to be at 300 with less
Yes.
work. Like it's just a mindset. I was cool, like, oh, we hit 100, and I was for that 100, I was pounding, and then I'm
Yep.
like, we can do 250 in a day.
Mm.
$250,000 in a day is that's we can do $1 million in a month. That's possible. Oh, that's just an extra zero. Like, but you have to have the systems, the structure,
And the
most
discipline now.
importantly, you gotta have you in place.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have that discipline. My first 50K month, I got on live. I was dang near